Hey, Asian World Film Festival! What's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums. And today I'm going to be doing my second review of the day, and that would be the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album, Laminated Denim. So yeah, prolific Australian super band King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard has returned with a new album after last week when they released Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. And this is their 20th album, I think, or the 21st studio album. And this time they are trying to do prog rock. And it isn't the first time they've tried something like this, but they have really consolidated their style of sort of quirky, fun, sweet, psychedelic prog rock with some funky jams. And Laminated Denim, if you don't know this, is actually an anagram for Made in Timeland, which is supposedly an album released earlier this year. But the thing is, I never listened to it because I can't find it anywhere. I can't find Made in Timeland on Spotify. I don't know where it is, so unfortunately, I've never really heard it. Um, but yeah, apparently this is more of a spiritual sequel to Made in Timeland, and this album has two tracks. Each track is exactly 15 minutes and 0 seconds long, making this album perfectly half an hour long. So here we go. The first track is The Land Before Timeland. It started off really slow and ambitious with a guitar building up and some country harmonicas, which is really nice, some light percussion, and some sweet, smooth, buttery flutes and soft vocals. It started off really nice, it sounds nice, but very, very freaking unfortunately, the track starts to get stale when the chords do not change. Throughout most of the entire track, the set of chords pretty much stay the same. There isn't much in terms of vocal melodies either, instrumental play, not that much. It's just sort of stale. It just sort of stays the same and become kind of cumbersome until at around the 12-minute 30-second mark when there are several key changes that turn the track into a more colder and more dramatic territory, which is really awesome, with these very noisy, distorted, screeching synths. So yeah, the track ends off really strong, but unfortunately, the middle part of the track just comes off kind of repetitive, unfortunately. And then we have the second half of the album, Hypertension, which is, in my opinion, a lot more engaging of a track. The vocal melodies work rhythmically with the icy, cold guitars. We have another layer of funky guitars, and then we have another layer of guitars on top that are so distorted and strange and waily. It sounds like a screeching woodwind. So yeah, one of the best things that King Gizzard has to offer are layers and layers and layers of instrumentals that actually sound good. And of course, King Gizzard does their trademark "woo," where the entire band just screams "woo" in the middle of the song. They have pretty much trademarked it. Like at this point, this "woo" has already become a part of like the King Giz style. But yeah, the track doesn't get repetitive at all because in the middle of the track, it almost becomes like a jazz fusion track where all the instrumentals, the drums, the guitars, the keys, they all have a bit of improv and they're all really fiery and passionate and engaging. And then the track sort of enters the outro part where we have these repeated refrains. Inside my time invention, I've laminated denim. Woo! So, yeah. Hypertension is definitely a lot better than the first track, and I really like Hypertension. So yeah, these are my thoughts on the album. I don't think it's that great or anything. I don't really see a huge purpose of this album either. Like at this point, King Gizzard is just releasing album after album after album after album. They're like the psych rock, prog rock of Frank Zappa. But yeah, I do like this album more than Ice Death. I think it's more solid and consistent, and given that it's only two tracks, it's either gonna suck really bad or it's gonna be not bad, and I think it's the latter. I'm giving the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album, Laminated Denim, a decent 7 out of 10. So have you listened to the new King Giz album from When the Denim is rated? Like if you like it and subscribe if you want more. and thanks for watching.